Hi guys, I'm Therapy Through Pixels, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the archetypes from Metaphor ReFantazio. If you're a fan of Atlas, you may not be surprised to hear this, but the themes in Atlas games are often inspired by the works of Carl Jung, and Metaphor is no exception to that. The archetypes that are featured in the game reflect Jung's idea that there's these common psychic patterns that are inherited by all humans. Or you might have heard this referred to as the collective unconscious. These archetypes represent different patterns of thoughts and behaviors. According to Jung, these archetypes cannot be observed but are experienced through symbolic imagery or metaphors, as he called them. Get it? Get metaphor? That's the title of the game. Yeah. Jung's work is very interesting. It's not really something we use in modern day therapy, but there are therapists that do something called parts work, which does have its roots in Jungian theory. For example, you might have a hero part of yourself, or you may have a protector part of yourself, like in Hulkenberg's case. One aspect I really like about Atlas's approach to archetypes is not just that a character's born into their archetype due to, events, but that the archetypes can change. You know, we may have experienced certain events in childhood that led us to develop one way of being, thinking, feeling, behaving, and surviving. But we may find later in life that this way of being, which was once necessary, no longer serves its purpose, and we may have to find a new way of being, which I feel is represented well in this idea of changing archetypes to, strategize and fit the situation in the game, as a game mechanic. Um, for example, maybe you grew up in a home where sharing your emotions led to negative experiences. And so naturally, you learned not to express them, right? But maybe later in life, your partner tells you, they're upset because you never tell them how you feel. You never show your emotions, and they don't feel loved. That would be an example of where you learned one way of being that was necessary at the time, right? But that way of being no longer suits the situation. In Hulkenberg's case, she was, the protector of the prince. And when that role was ripped away from her, she continued operating in that same role, searching for him, when by all accounts he was dead. And I have to wonder what those years were like for her. Did she feel lost or hopeless? Did she ever question herself or what her purpose was? I'm eager to learn more about her and, hear more of her story and see her grow as the game unfolds. I don't know what the story has in store for her, but you can bet I'll probably have a follow-up video when I do. Anyway, here's how it came out. I really like it. I think it came out really good. This is definitely one of my favorite things I've ever painted. It was I don't know, I had so much fun painting her face and her hair. I really wanted to focus on, like, bright, poppy colors. And the clothes are, whatever, you don't need to see that. Anyway, here she is, and, I hope you like her. Bye.